Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. For today's video, I thought it'd be a cool idea to go over a little known deleted portion of The Lost World. While it's relatively well known that the second film in the Jurassic Park franchise had the most deleted scenes, I think little people know of just how many different ideas were originally being tossed around for the movie before it ever even began filming. One such idea was an attack on the high hide by the pair of tyrannosaurs which are seen in the film. This high hide would however not be the one that Eddie and Kelly used in the final product. You see, initially the production called for two versions of the high hide, one for the gatherers, which was going to use the Michael Crichton design from the second novel, and one for the hunters, which was actually what was eventually taken and used by Eddie Carr in the actual movie. Story revisions eventually made the hunters high hide unnecessary. With the abandoning of the hunters high hide and the subsequent design change to the gatherers, came the deletion of this action sequence, which would showcase an early rampage for the Rex family to go on in search of their missing baby. Originally, we were supposed to see Ludlow and a couple of other hunters looking out from the high hide as the two Rexes began assaulting their site. We were going to hear a massive roar from the back of the theater while looking on at the men talking about how Malcolm had just recovered the pup. An unnamed man would race towards the high hide while it was rising and just barely make it in time before it was out of reach. We would then get our first wide shot of the dinosaurs' attack. We'd see a large amount of hunters running in fear at the sudden surprise ambush by the animals just after all of their equipment was destroyed by the gatherer team. This shot was going to be created by ILM with fully computer-generated tyrannosaurs wreaking havoc on the men. One of them races at full speed toward the device while it's still climbing, before we cut away to the final shot, which was supposed to be made with Stan Winston's practical Rex animatronic, in which the animal actually catches the high hide while it's still raising and bites around the steel cage. All of this would happen with the poor soul still struggling to get over the side while his comrades attempted to help him up. These storyboards were titled Rex's Raid and were dated for November 29th of 1995, just 2 short months after the release of Crichton's book, and a year and a half before the movie would come out in May of 1997. A popular toy was put out by Kenner for the film which happened to depict this very scene on the cover of its box. This version, complete with Nick Van Owen in place of any of the hunters. Personally, I would have loved to have seen this part of the film, but I understand completely on why it was cut. You see, directly after the gatherers' assault on the hunters was carried out, I think it was important for the filmmakers to focus on the confusion of Ludlow's group, or should I really say Roland's group, on what exactly was going on. This also helped us build suspense for the Tyrannosaur's reveal once they make their way to the trailers and Malcolm delivers that scary line of "Mommy's very angry" just as one of the Mercedes-Benz gets shoved off of the cliff. Still, can you imagine how epic that scene would be if it was included in the actual film? It would have been incredibly suspenseful and super similar to the Must Go Faster scene from the first movie. Now, with newer Jurassic World films, I've noticed that the creators have opted to revisit abandoned JP scenes and actually given them new life by incorporating their likeness into the newer movies, which is something that I'm a big fan of. And for what it is, if you're asking me personally, I'd say for Fallen Kingdom, with the most recent trailer reveal of Rexy running towards the guy that just barely makes it onto the helicopter ladder, seems to really be inspired by this deleted portion of The Lost World. Of course, we all know that this particular event will end a little differently from these mid-90s storyboards. Now, I'm curious to hear what all of you think about this. Is this something that you think would have made for a cool scene in The Lost World, or are you happier seeing it in just a month or so when Fallen Kingdom is released? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. I can't be the only one to think that this looks cool. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Words can't really express how awesome it is to have you guys tell me how much you enjoy the stuff I do, and I seriously am eternally grateful for every ounce of support you've shown me. It honestly means the world. If you guys are interested, we've actually got 2 Discord servers made now, one for Sorna, one for Nublar. Both of them are pretty cool, and we're going to have cool things on both servers in the near future, guys. Do check into both of them. I'm sure you'll like a lot of the stuff. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like, and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.